Oh yeah, we just made the Ardite seeds after coming back with the Terra Shatterer, and we need to make dark steel to get a hold of cobalt. So to make dark steel, I just want to see if the dark steel pickaxe head which, I mean, I don't see it on here at all. There it is, pickaxe head. It doesn't tell you if it's cobalt mining level or not. Because right now this is just an obsidian mining level. If I put Ardite head on it, obviously it would be an Ardite mining level. So I guess we could do that as well. We have 3 ingots left, and I believe it's only the cost of 1 anyway for pickaxe head. So we'll give it Ardite. Take both back. Put that away, and we just have to wait for it to fully repair itself, which it's not too far off from doing. So we have that. Let's go put like that away. So dark steel. Problem with making dark steel is we need the alloy smelter. So pretty much now we can segue into machines, starting with our power generation and such. So first things first is we want to make a leadstone energy cell so we can get us started somewhere. So we're going to need lead, block of redstone, and glass. And we have crazy amounts of sand. So we're going to just... it's 16 in there because there's not too much in there. Whatever. I was making a bunch of stone for Botania purposes at a later date. Let's put all that in there. Alright. Now I believe I have enough glass. One of these, and we just need to process some lead. Have I already processed lead? I have not. Okay, so let's just dump it in here. We'll get some lead pretty quick. Shouldn't have to, oops, bumped my mic. Shouldn't have to wait too long for it. There we go. What is that, like 172 pieces? Not 172, just 72. But that'll be enough. Alright, so we now have some lead to do some work with. It's because we need to make the frame. There's a frame. Now to make the real thing, we need a conductance coil. Is that an electrum? Okay. Electrum is silver and gold, which I know. So let's, I don't have a lot of gold ore. I have a lot of silver ore, so let's just dump them both in. Let's not dump all of the silver ore in there, shall we? Half of the gold in there. Definitely hoping the lead's gonna stay on the bottom. Is there exactly 18 lead left? Huh. Nifty. But he said we need the electrum to come out right now. We can even make electrum seed, so we don't have to mine that anymore. Alright, so if I were to extend it to 4, I could have 4 this way, 4 that way. 4 times 4 is 16. I could have 16 different seeds. 16 different seed types. Would that be enough? I have no idea. I guess I'll just have to do it and try it. Alright, so we're going to need a few of these to get us started. We'll need some gold as well and stuff, but now let's grab the gold a while. I don't have any copper. Grab that. Oh, there it is. I was like, I knew we had some copper blocks somewhere. Make one of these. Alright, so now I have a leadstone energy cell, and then we can harden it using Invar, which is just iron and ferrous. I wonder, are there Invar seeds? There are Invar seeds, which means I don't have to worry about ferrous, because that's literally the only point to ferrous, making Invar. And is there iron in here? Yeah, decent amount anyway. I actually convert all of that into ingots so that it's not taking up too much space. Okay, so that'll give us more glass to work with in the future. I'm not going to spend too much time sorting these chests anymore, because with the expansion rate of the plants, we pretty much just need nether quartz, Ceratus, electrum, Invar, which will take up 4 more, and then I'll have 2 more sections to use for, not even sure at that point, probably copper, and then tin. And then if I need any more, I'll make one more road that way versus this way anymore, because we're running out of space that way. Actually, probably more space that way than we do that way. Huh. I'll have to think about that. Might make lava seeds so I can produce lava without having to take it out of the nether. So, I guess real quick as we can take this, put the Ardite pick head on it. So it now mines at the... it doesn't have stonebound here, but it does there. Alright, whatever. And replace this, and that'll up its durability all the way to like 1,000, which will make it last much longer if I need it to do something like that. So now that we have an energy storage, and I think the Invar should be done by now, it is. There's a heck of a lot of Invar. I'm assuming there's nickel left, what it calls nickel. And we would call ferrous, which technically is iron. Ferrous is iron, so it should be nickel. It should not be ferrous ore, it should be nickel ore. Someone just wasn't paying too much attention to what they were calling stuff. Because with Invar, we can upgrade our energy cell to make it tier 2, the hardened energy cell. And now we can start producing things using steam or magmatic dynamos. We're going to probably just use a steam dynamo because infinite coal, so why not? So I do need silver. Last piece of silver to make a thing. Take this out. Then we just need copper gears, which if I'm correct, it should be not iron on me. There we go. Oh, we need 2 of these. Plop 2 of those. Copper, blah blah blah. Gives us 1 steam dynamo. We're going to need. Depends on how we want to do it. Do we want to use transfer nodes, or do we want to use the aqueous accumulator? I guess we can use the aqueous accumulator, because then it'll just be. We just need a tin gear. Not that tin gear. It's definitely a no-no. No, we'll just spam it down to the little one. That one. We don't have any tin processed, do we? Jeez. Yeah, we get plenty of tin, though. Now, does tin bind with any of this? I sure hope not. It doesn't look it, because all the tin is just popping out the top here. Alright, so this will give us some tin. We're actually starting to run out of lava now. Alright, we'll sleep through the night, so it doesn't spawn weird stuff. But I seem to have this area torched up pretty well. I do try to keep that in check. What am I doing? Now this is Tinker's Construct tin, I think. It doesn't matter what mod it's from, it's just... That's why it looks weird. Do this, one of these guys. An aqueous accumulator, glass, a pneumatic. I don't have any glass on me. A pneumatic, servo, 2 more copper gears. Nothing too ridiculous. And then a bucket. I don't know if it'll consume the bucket. Oh wait, we had a bucket. What? Oh, I never made the frame. Duh. Oh, no, I don't. Now I don't have enough iron. Jeez. What the heck? Found the issue. Now it should work. Jeez. And it won't work because it requires a bucket. 2 copper gears, pneumatics. Oop, those go down here. Then pneumatic servo. And there's 2 more things, which are just glass again. And bam, we have an aqueous accumulator. We have this. We need fluiducts. What's it required to make fluiducts? We don't have to make anything too weird. We're just going to make a tempered fluiduct, which is just glass and copper. Because we don't need anything too weird. An aqueous accumulator can sit right there. It should produce a decent amount of water. The steam dynamo will point straight up into our hardened energy cell right there. Now we can start producing power as long as we feed it fuel, which we have a literal infinite supply of. Ooh. Let's go collect a coal. Very, very agitating pickup sounds, but we'll live. Getting a little bit of lag from somewhere. Probably the Sojourner's Sash. It's just moving us way too fast. Should have like almost 5 stacks of the stuff. We're missing 2. Not 100% sure where it found it. Use for this, produce coal. Obviously we'll not be able to carry all of the coal that it'll produce. Just gonna be a thing. We're just gonna throw that in the ground. Come over here, turn this coal into blocks. Take the rest of the coal out. Whoa. That was some pretty intense lag right there. I'm just going to fill up the rest of this. You have a little bit more to go. Put that away. And then, bam. A full stack of coal blocks. Now we're going to just hold on to that. We're only going to feed this with this. I changed my mind, but at least we've done that. Yep, 80 ref a tick. That's right, the bottom is set to output for some stupid reason. By default. Now this is the side that tells you the storage information, but it's going to look blank for now. So then that gives us one last thing we need to make, is the crescent hammer. We're going to need a wrench, and the crescent hammer will do us the best. So we just need... Oh, that's pretty cheap. I thought it required a tin gear before, but apparently not. So now we can turn stuff around and stuff, machine-wise. So this will produce not an awful lot of energy, obviously. But there are augments we can put in there to make that happen a heck of a lot faster. But we'll probably definitely want to power it with coal blocks. We're definitely going to need to make more mana. So I'm just going to dump a whole crap of coal. That is not an object it can burn. Thank you. They'll all consume 20. In total, they'll consume 20 blocks, not 20 each. Then off we go. So that gives you that. Oh. I don't actually know where we got the Yellowite. The Yellowite, I think, is an Ardite level, so the Ardite pick, I didn't have that till now. So off that goes. This thing is slowly gaining RF. The farms are doing well. I think this still covers... Actually, I don't know if this covers my new farm. It's not that this isn't a server, so the chunk loader doesn't keep everything loaded while no one's here. It's only keeping things loaded when I walk away from the place, so that when I'm away, it'll keep this place loaded so that my plants will keep growing, so these will still put out mana so that I don't have to actually be here on top of it for that to work. Which makes things happen a bit faster for me. Like, if we run to the nether, it'll keep this area loaded. Plus, it also makes it easier when you come back from the nether, because it should make the loading times a bit faster. Though this is not necessarily 100% true. Yeah. Oh, and if you haven't noticed my crazy amount of ender pearls, I didn't realize I would make that many with the 5 stacks of the essence. I just plopped it into the thing, and I just shift-clicked like an idiot, and all of these ender pearls like flew out. It surprised me. See, there we go. We have 1 bar now. We're like 1/8 of the way full, maybe. It's just, that'll take a while. There's better ways to be doing this. Magmatic dynamos, of course, but except I need to make, I think it's fire seeds? Because fire seeds, yeah, they're not too expensive at all. These are pretty cheap. Because we use for fire essence, and fire essence can be used to make lava buckets. And some other things, like we can make gravel, because fire is also destruction, so it's like breaking earth into sand or gravel or something like that, I guess. I believe it also gives you the flame enchant, which it does for bows. This enchantment will set will cause arrows launched to be set on fire. Okay, this fire only affects mobs, players, and TNT blocks. This enchantment is only for bows. Alright, but this is kind of useless to us because we'd have to autocraft the lava anyway. We'd have to do it by hand, and we don't have any autocrafting, so if we wanted to craft anything by hand, it would probably just be better to just pump it out of the nether, like we've done with like everyone does with endothermic pumps, because they don't take as much energy as they pump stuff out. Therefore, you can just sit it there with a simple magmatic dynamo and just have it feed the magmatic dynamo as it pumps more out, which is actually a pretty good trade-off for it. But this requires 3 things. 1, you can reach the lava at the bottom of the nether. 2, that you have some kind of interdimensional transportation for it. And 3, you're going to screw up your nether. Like, you're going to screw up your nether. It's in here somewhere. I think it's ender-thermic. There it is, the endothermic pump. Right there. But what we're going to do is we're going to use applied energistics to autocraft lava buckets when we need it to do so. And just have lava buckets just deployed out to tanks and things like that. and other such methods. Like, something will request a lava bucket. So basically we'll have like tanks. We'll have an autonomous activator sit next to said tank, and when it right-clicks with the bucket, it's going to dump it into the lava into the tank. Now, before it can right-click again, it's going to somehow, someway be we're going to dispose of the empty bucket so that it can't take the lava back out and just spam the bucket infinitely like that. In which point, then it will then request another lava bucket, and then the applied energistic system would, if it has one, just deploy it to it, or it would craft another one by taking that bucket and then filling it with lava using the fire seeds and then moving on. And it should be like a 3-second crafting process, so it shouldn't like tie the system down crafting things. Yeah, the Ender Seeds are pretty creepy looking. But that's a little bit of progress we've had. You got to see that. You didn't actually get to see this in action. I don't know if we have enough that you see it in action. Not really. I mean, I have no idea how much this is going to produce. If there's enough, I'll show you if it works, but we're getting close, but we're not quite there. So I guess with the start of the next episode, I'll show you how the actual TerraSteel agglomeration plate works. That's a bit glitchy. To show you how I made the TerraSteel, and then I'll have revamped the farming area. I'll have removed this because this is just stupid. I'll have another set of plants here. TerraSteel is going to stay where it is. And then on the other side here is going to be one more column of plants. And then I'm going to talk about auto-harvesting this so that I don't have to be the one doing it anymore. Because I found a way to auto-harvest it that does work. There's no way to plant it, but we don't have to worry about planting because when you right-click it, it stays, right? So that's the good news. There is a way to auto-harvest it, so I don't have to worry about that. Yeah, I don't think it'll make it. So with that, I think that's all I have for today. Yeah, just literally just ran out before it can make it. So that is then all I have for today. So I guess I'll see you guys later.